Although there are hundreds of cryptocurrencies in active use today, Bitcoin is by far the most popular and widely used, the closest cryptocurrency equivalent to traditional currencies. A collective insanity has sprouted around Bitcoin over the last decade. It's hard to predict whether this cryptocurrency will eventually prove to be a great investment or just a passing storm. You may be considering jumping in. Could now be the right time to buy? Bitcoin was launched in 2009 and is by far the most widely adopted cryptocurrency, with a total value of over $677 billion. Unlike government-created currency, such as the US dollar, there is a finite number of bitcoins, 21 million. Investopedia notes 18.6 million coins have been mined, leaving about 3.4 million still to be discovered. Bitcoin is a virtual currency or cryptocurrency that's controlled by a decentralized network of users and isn't directly subject to the whims of central banking authorities or national governments. The 5 biggest risks of investing in Bitcoin. 1. A decrease in growth. Bitcoin cannot surge nearly as much in the next 5 years as it did in the last. No one can predict the future of any investment, but another return like the past 5 years would make the value of Bitcoin almost $88 trillion in 5 years, more than 4 times the US gross domestic product for 2020. That's not going to happen. The get-rich-quick days of Bitcoin are likely to be over. 2. Security risks. Taken together, the security risks around Bitcoin are the currency's single greatest drawback, and are worthy of special consideration for anyone considering converting US dollars into Bitcoin. The fact that Bitcoin units are virtually impossible to duplicate does not mean that Bitcoin users are immune to theft or fraud. The Bitcoin system has some imperfections and weak points that can be exploited by sophisticated hackers looking to steal Bitcoin for their own use. The Mt. Gox incident, in which hackers stole $460 million worth of Bitcoin from the popular exchange, as well as a host of smaller, less publicized incidents, underscore that Bitcoin exchanges are particularly vulnerable to theft by hacking. 3. Volatility. Bitcoin stock has huge run-ups and equally drastic falls. The price could drop precipitously. Volatility is the price that Bitcoin investors pay for its limited supply and its lack of a central bank to control that supply, precisely the features proponents say give it value. The decision to invest in Bitcoin comes down to your appetite for risk. 4. Competition. Bitcoin has many crypto competitors, some with more utility. There are thousands of cryptocurrencies in existence and no barriers to creating new ones. Dogecoin was said to have been created as a joke, but as of May 18, has a value of $43 billion. Ethereum has a value approaching half that of Bitcoin and uses blockchain technology not only for maintaining a decentralized payment network but also for storing computer code which can be used to power tamper-proof, decentralized financial contracts and applications. 5. Regulation. The US government and other governments could crack down on Bitcoin. In a worst-case scenario, governments could actually ban cryptocurrencies. It's already garnered the attention of the IRS. Conclusion. Before you rush out and cash in your dollars for Bitcoin, remember that Bitcoin has a long way to go before it's a legitimate currency on par with the US dollar, euro, or pound. And despite the seductiveness of cryptocurrency as a means of exchange, there's no guarantee that Bitcoin, or any other decentralized, virtual currency not controlled or backed by a national bank, will ever be a viable alternative to fiat currencies. If you do invest, you might want to keep it as a small part of your portfolio and only if you can afford to lose all of it. It's a distinct possibility that it could be worth little or nothing in 5 years. If you have any further questions, make sure you leave a comment below. If you'd like more daily finance content, then make sure you hit that subscribe button to join our community of aspiring entrepreneurs and investors.